All right. Hello and happy Tuesday, September 8th, to all of my listeners out there in social media land. I'm Andre Hayden, your host for tonight, as we talk about the subject of the great wealth transfer. We want to thank everyone, everywhere, wherever you are around the world. Grab a pen and a piece of paper. We want you to grab a pen and piece of paper and take some copious notes as we discuss tonight, just for a few minutes, the great wealth transfer. Listen, everybody, we're in the cusp of something that has probably never happened in our lifetime. I certainly can remember other issues that have happened. We remember 9/11, remember the Great Recession of 2008. But in 2020, we have experienced something that we probably have never experienced before in our lifetime, where we have had a global shutdown due to this hideous pandemic called COVID-19. And God bless all of the families who have lost loved ones, all of us who knows someone who's lost someone. May we continue to pray for their families during this very, very troubling time in our history of mankind. We want to also address the fact that we have experienced probably one of the biggest economic meltdowns in the history of America and the history of the globe, quite honestly. I mean, I'm sure you all can remember that scene, that visual that you saw on the news and all over the media when you saw major cities all across the globe that were literally shut down. It was a ghost town, right? And here we are in September of 2020. Thank God you and I are still here to talk about it, right? And so, what do we do from here? What is the solution to our situation that we're currently dealing with? You know, there are a lot of people that are living quiet lives of desperation. There are people right now who are still unemployed. Still unemployed. There are people all over the globe that are looking for a financial solution to their very, very real problem. Okay, we have a real problem all across America, all across the world. And that is when you start to think about what we were accustomed, right, throughout our lifetimes to being depending on, that is our job. We were very accustomed to that. You know, even if you lost a job, you said, okay, I'll go and find another job. But how many of us can say that that we've ever experienced what we've experienced in 2020, right? Where even when you lost your job, you went to the next door and found out they lost their jobs too. Why? Because we had seen the highest unemployment rate probably in the history of America, probably greater than the Great Depression itself, which happened over 100 years ago. Okay. And so now we're here to have a very real conversation. We're here to have a wealth conversation with you tonight to give you an alternative solution to your situation, whatever that might be, your current financial situation. How can we move forward from what we have experienced in these last 8 to 9 months? Okay. Now, I want to talk very, very candidly with you. And this is why I want you to grab a pen and paper and take copious notes, because I want to have a discussion with you on how can we get access to the great wealth transfer. This is nothing new. And everything I'm going to share with you tonight is nothing that I came up with, but I just happened upon it because someone was kind enough to think of me and say, hey, Andre, if you're keeping your financial options open, if you're keeping your income options open, I've got something you need to take a look at. And all we're asking you to do tonight is keep your income options open and take a look. If this is your first time seeing this presentation, I invite you to simply take a look. Keep your income options open. What are we talking about when we talk about the great wealth transfer? Well, folks, you know, we're right now we're seeing, okay, that a lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people are wondering, you know, how can I prepare for my retirement? How can I send my kids to the schools that they want to go to? How do I prepare and take care of my current situation, right? We're seeing more and more people asking that question. And there's a lot of opportunity out here. In fact, if you go ahead and Google on your own time, in fact, if you do your own due diligence and Google, just simply type this in: how many new millionaires are being created every day in current real time? And you're going to be amazed by what you see. Just here in America, over 1,700 people are becoming millionaires every day, even in the midst of a great recession, even in the midst of a global pandemic. How is that possible? Well, it's called home based business. Okay. If you can now put yourself in a position where, even on a part time basis, if you're fortunate enough to have a job, then make sure that you continue to work that job, go to your job, work it, and be there on time, right? But also, you want to look at, how do I create multiple streams of income? MSI, multiple streams of income. Write that down, folks, because that's the subject matter that we want to talk about tonight. How do we develop multiple streams? Some people say plan B, plan C. Other people might say, hey, you don't ever want to put all your eggs in one basket, because if the basket tips over, you know the story. All of the eggs break, right? So we know by now, if you don't know by now, after this global pandemic, that you need to have a plan B and a plan C even in action. Maybe you've been hiding in the closet with the lights turned off. Okay. It is very apparent now that there's no such thing as job security. Even with the things that we have been accustomed to depending on, like the sports arena, music, travel, entertainment, all of that came to a screeching halt in 2020. Who would have ever thought that you couldn't even turn on the TV and watch a playoff game? But this is the reality. This is the new reality that we're dealing with. And so this is a wake up call for America. This is a wake up call for humanity. We must have multiple streams of income, MSI. That's the bottom line. We're having a wealth conversation tonight. And again, I encourage you to, take notes. In fact, for more information, you go to www.alerts4cash.com. Alerts, the number 4, cash.com. You see it on the ticker symbol right beneath you. So make sure that you go to that website to get even more information about what we're talking about tonight. But we're not going to go into great detail. But I just want to give you, just an insight on what's possible right from your home. How can you make money from your phone, from your laptop, from your computer? And folks, we're not talking about selling products, services or anything like that. We're not talking about any of that. Because when you hear what I have to say to you tonight, and you understand that you can literally take your smartphone and really make it smart by turning it into a money-making ATM machine without selling any products, any services, but learning a lifetime skill that has been around for over 2,000 years. We're talking about the great wealth transfer tonight. And so I am very, very excited about what I'm about to share with you. I'm excited to be a part of our partner company, who is a financial educational platform that's freeing people from all over the world. We're talking about over 120 countries all over the world. People who are everyday people like you and I, people who don't have a financial background. They don't have 3 letters behind their name. They're not financial planners. They don't have a Series 6 or Series 7's license or anything like that. And neither is it required. Why? Because you and I can tap into the largest financial market in the world in existence right now, right from your smartphone or from your laptop or your tablet. You can do this from the comfort of your home or anywhere that you may be, as long as you have internet connection, right? And access to this information I'm about to share with you tonight. Well, what is this information, folks? I want to share with you why we're so excited and why I'm extremely excited about the partner company that we're with, right? And our partner company, ladies and gentlemen, is a company that has been around now for 7 years. Okay, 7 years they have been in operation. In fact, they were just featured in the Forbes magazine. They interviewed our CEO and founder of this great company, Mr. Christopher Terry. All right. So I'm going to, for the next few minutes, I want you to grab a pen and paper and I want you to really take some serious notes here and follow me as I share with you why we have access to the great wealth transfer. That great wealth transfer, again, is what we know to be the foreign exchange market. Now, I want to kind of tell you what the foreign exchange market is, okay? I want you to think about this. I want you to consider the fact that the foreign exchange market, by far, is the largest financial market in existence. But even before we talk about that, let's talk about the fact that 85% of working Americans are not fulfilled at their jobs. How many of you out there can relate to this, where at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, or whatever time you've got to get up and get ready to go to work, where you hit that snooze button 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and sometimes you just want to throw that clock into the wall and smash it in smithereens, because it almost seems like as soon as you go to sleep, in 5 minutes, you're up and got to get up and go to work. It's like you never even had a chance to really get a good night's sleep. You can't even really get good into the pillow good enough before the alarm clock goes off. Over 85% of working Americans do not like their jobs. They are not fulfilled. They're going from home to work. And the reason why they're doing it religiously is, guess why? Because they have to. Because they have to pay the bills. Most people work to live, right? Why not choose to live to work, right? Most people work to live. They're going to work to get a paycheck just to pay the bills. And then they wait for Friday and Saturday night and Sunday, and then Sunday evening, they get that pit in their stomach. You know what I'm talking about. I've been there, all right? I don't work a job anymore, okay? But there are a lot of people out there, over 85% of Americans and people around the world don't like what they're doing because they're trading hours for dollars. Now, listen, our story is very simple. We're here to empower you. We are here to empower you and your family. We're here to build better lives. We are here to give meaning and purpose. It's why so many of us see the success and experience the success that we're experiencing through our partner company I'm about to share with you. All right. Now, that's our story. We believe real change begins with positive self-talk and thinking. It all starts here first. Okay. The good book says, as a man or woman thinketh in their heart, so is he or she. So guess what? It all starts with your thought process. And if you've been programmed, right, to work 40 hours a week for 40 years, and that's what we all have been taught, then that's what you will continue to do unless you decide to change your paradigm, change your way of thinking. And so I'm just giving you another option, giving you another way to think. Okay, I want you to think along the lines of how wealthy people think, how very, very financially stable people think. Okay, how do you talk to yourself? What is it that you want to become? What do we think about every day? Most of us think about, well, how am I going to, I'm going to pay my car note? How am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to buy groceries? How am I going to have money for my kids to go to the school that I want them to go to? How am I going to be able to prepare for my retirement? Right now, there's literally over 100 people every day that's retiring or getting to retirement age, I should say, but they're not going to be able to retire, unfortunately, because they have done what most people have been trained to do. Now, there is this thing called the cash flow quadrant, which was created by one of our most fourth authorities on financial literacy, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. If you've not read any of his books, I'm going to encourage you to do that. Robert Kiyosaki has written books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Cash Flow Quadrant, The Financial Mindset, on and on and on. Believe me, you will be that much further ahead after you read his books and find out what it is that the wealthy do versus the regular person who work their jobs every day. What do they do? Now, basically, Robert Kiyosaki came up with this quadrant, and he basically said that there's 4 ways that people make money. And this is really the truth, okay? The first way that most people make their money is by being an employee. Over 60% of the world population are employed by an employer. In other words, you trade your time for a paycheck. Now, the good thing about being an employee, if you're still employed, is that you don't have to worry about the startup costs of a business. You don't have to worry about the overhead of the business. You don't have to worry about, basically, keeping the business afloat. But you as an employee play a major part in that business success because the employer will pay you a certain salary or an hourly wage based upon your performance, your productivity to help that business not only stay afloat, but to produce profit. Okay. Now that is nothing wrong with that. Okay. Most of us probably all started off as employees. I know I did. I've worked so many jobs, I can write a book on it. Okay. Come in, I will punch my time clock, and I will work my butt off for the company or companies that I represented at that time. Okay. And so 60% of the world population are employed by someone else. Now, 35% of the world population are what we call self-employed individuals. This might be people like doctors or attorneys or beauticians or barbers or someone who maybe even have a lawn care business, for an example, right? Now, that is a noble way too, because what you basically said, if you move into that side of the quadrant, you're saying that I don't want to work for anyone else. I want to work for myself. Therein, you're called a self-employed individual. Now, the challenges with that is, if you don't come to work, you don't get paid, okay? There's no benefits that pay you for sick leave, okay? If you don't go and cut the grass, or if you don't cut the hair, or if you don't show up to represent a client, now you as a self-employed individual have cut your potential to make income because it's based upon what you do. You are self-employed. You are the captain of your own ship, okay? Now, 35% choose to do that, to make income that way. 60% are employed, 35% are self-employed. But did you know that these two people, these two segments of the cash flow quadrant make up only 5% of the wealth share? In other words, 95% of the people are doing the work, but they're only sharing 5% of the pie. Now, there's another option here. You can move from being an employee or self-employed, and you can become a business owner. A business owner creates systems, and the systems, right, pay the business owner whether he or she are present or not. 4% of the cash flow quadrant operate in the piece of that pie. Business owners, 4%. Think of McDonald's, for an example. If you were a person who bought a McDonald's franchise, first of all, you got to come up with hundreds and thousands of dollars, okay, to buy the franchise. Then you got to go through all of the training. Then you got to make sure that you acquire the property at the right location. And then you've got to hire managers and employees, and you got to deal with the whole headache of overhead and so on and so forth. However, once it's up and running, that McDonald's franchise can make you a millionaire over time. Okay, you don't have to be there as the owner of that McDonald's franchise. Your managers will manage and run that business for you. You now are a business owner. You make money even while you're sleeping. That's a perfect example of a business owner. But how many people do you know that's got $1 million to invest in a business? Not many, right? Now, that last part of that pie is what we call the investor. 1% of that cash flow quadrant are investors. Investors are people who make money work for them rather than them work for money. All right. These are people who invest in stocks, people who invest in real estate, people who invest in what we're going to talk about tonight. And those people make their money work for them. All right. And so that is a powerful way to make money because money now becomes your slave instead of you become the slave to money. So which side of this quadrant would you rather be on? Would you rather remain an employee or a self-employed individual, or would you rather be on this side of the quadrant where the business owner and the investor controls over 95% of the wealth? 5% of this pie controls 95% of the wealth. And so this is, if you want to know how is it that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, well, look at the quadrant, ladies and gentlemen, and look at the disparity there. 95% of the workforce only shares 5% of the wealth. 5% shares 95% of the wealth. Question is, which one do you want to be in? All right. So what we're here to talk about is where the great wealth transfer is taking place as we speak. We're talking about the largest financial market in existence. This is a market that's been around for over 2,000 years, folks. We didn't create it. I didn't create it, but I found out about it. This is a market where banks, large corporations, and very wealthy families work, live, and play every day. So have you ever heard of the foreign exchange market? Guess how many zeros are in $1 trillion? Well, guess what, folks? That's 12 zeros. Now imagine if you can gain access to a 5 to 6 point trillion dollar a day market right from your smartphone or from your computer or your laptop or your tablet. Can you imagine if you were able to tap into that market every day and make money from that market? Well, guess what? This is what we do. We don't sell products or services. We simply teach you a lifetime skill, how to tap into a market that's open 24 hours a day, over 5 days a week. Okay, actually, it's open 7 days a week with some segments of this market. And we'll talk about that. A market that you can exchange without owning any physical money. It's all digital. The push of one button can make you money. That's right, folks. We're talking about the foreign exchange market. And then our second segment that we tap into, which is an emerging market. It's been in existence since 2009, and that's the digital currency market. How many of you have ever heard of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple? These are digital currencies that's growing into a $1 trillion per year market. And people are getting flat out filthy rich in the digital currency market. We're going to show you how you can tap into this market. It's becoming a global form of payment where everyday purchases everywhere are being accepted by Bitcoin, Ripple, Ethereum. Listen, folks, you can buy a cup of coffee at Starbucks with Bitcoin now. Did you know that you can buy a house with Bitcoin? You can buy a car with Bitcoin. You can shop online with Bitcoin. This is a digital form of currency that's not controlled by central banks, but it's controlled by the people, for the people, of the people. Okay, very, very powerful. And you can also trade it without owning physical money. Now, I Am Mastery Academy is an online educational platform. We are a 7-year-old company that's generating over $40 million a year in revenue. We have over 300,000 students worldwide in over 120 countries where we teach individuals how to trade for profit in the largest financial markets in existence, the foreign exchange market, the digital currency market, and high frequency binary options market. Real wealth in real time through an online trading platform. Folks, you don't even have to leave your home. All you need is access to the internet and a smartphone or a laptop or computer to be able to trade for profit. So we have three academies. We have the Foreign Exchange Academy, and then we have High Frequency Binary Options Academy, which is absolutely explosive. And then, of course, the Digital Currency Mastery Academy. We have three academies that you can tap into and make money from your phones, right? By learning this lifetime skill that once you learn it, no one will be able to take it from you. And then finally, as an option, we have what we call the Home-Based Business Mastery Academy. Now, this is for individuals who like to operate in that side of the quadrant of being a business owner. By tapping into the IM Mastery Academies of foreign exchange, digital currency, and of course, high frequency binary options, we are literally showing you how to be an investor and make your money work for you over time, compounding just like the banks do every single day. And then as an option, you can also become a business owner where you can participate in that side of our business platform. Now, we have over 160 full-time educators and master traders that are here at your fingertips through our platform to show you how to trade for profit, teaching you the lifestyle skill where you can interact with our educators on a daily basis. Okay. And when you interact with them, they answer the questions. All right. You're learning from the best. These are the top master traders on the planet. Okay. By far. And they all speak several different languages. We have it in every language. Okay. So that any and everyone can learn this lifetime skill. Live mentorship designed around your busy life and schedule where you can learn this lifetime skill when you come home from work, before you go to work, and even on the weekends, because it's available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's right, folks. You can learn how to trade in the world's largest financial markets right from the comfort of your home. You can be on the beach, on vacation, trading for profit. We have all of the suite of tools and products and services designed to help you to become a profitable trader. You can learn and earn on the go, get easy to follow trade ideas that our master traders are doing the analysis of the markets, and they send the trade ideas to you by way of these applications. We have Swipe Trade app, Gold Cup app, and Swipe Coin app for cryptocurrency trading. You can literally swipe, copy, and paste your way to profitability with these features of IM Master Academy. And of course, our Hello Center choose from several products and academies to help you learn this lifetime skill. Now, imagine, folks, if you had learned something like this, if there was a platform where you can learn at your own time, based upon your own schedule, how to trade for profit, how to multiply your money, just like the banks are doing every single day. How much would that be worth to you? Okay. All right. Now, let me say this with a disclaimer here, because while we have success stories all over the place, all right, I mean, we've got people in third world countries, we've got people in South America, North America, Africa, Europe, Australia, on literally every continent on the planet that's trading for profit. Why? Because they can do it right from their smartphones, right from their computers or laptops or tablets. And all they need is access to the internet. And you're telling me that you can learn this? Absolutely. Now, I want to throw a disclaimer out there to you. And I want to say that past profits do not guarantee future results. Just like anything that we do in life, trading can be risky. You should never trade with money that you can't afford to lose. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, if you learn how to trade for profit, Not only are we going to teach you how to learn how to trade for profit, but we're going to teach you how to mitigate or minimize your risk so that you can always stay in the game and trade with proven strategies. This is not gambling. I Am Mastery Academy does not manage your money for you. We do not trade on your behalf. Rather, what we do is empower, enrich, and educate you so that you can learn how to trade for profit on your own time, your own discretion, and your own accounts. That's correct, folks. We give you the power. And as you can see here, we've got testimonials from all over the globe, from all over the world, with over 300,000 students. Now, our mission is to enrich, empower, and educate over 1 million families worldwide. Well, folks, we're almost at 400,000 students. We're almost halfway there. Within the next 12 months, we're going to have over 1 million families that will be a part of the I Am Mastery Academy family, learning a lifetime skill where they can become financially free within a very short period of time. Will you be one of them, folks? All right, now the question you may be asking yourself is, well, Andre, how much does it cost to get in this? It's got to be a cost, right? Of course there is an investment. There's something for nothing, as we all know, right? Imagine now, you go to school, if you go to a trade school, if you go to a college or university, there is a tuition that you have to pay. Now, there is a disparity in that because right now we have college students who have over $1.7 trillion in student loan debt as we speak, because college education is very expensive. Add to that insult, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that once you get your college degree, there is no guarantee that you'll find a job that will equate to your skill set based upon your degree. How many people do you know who's got a 4-year degree or maybe even a master's or a PhD, and they're working at Walmart, McDonald's right now, especially with the recent pandemic that has happened? There is no job security, folks. And so what we're giving you is an alternative solution where you can go to school and pay a fraction of the cost and learn how to trade for profit in the world's largest financial markets. So we have several academies, as we mentioned to you. We have the Foreign Exchange Academy, and that is a startup tuition of $235.95 and $174.95 per month. Now, I want you to take that and put it into proper perspective. If we can show you how to multiply your money right from the comfort of your home, we can teach you a lifetime skill that once you learn it, no one can take it from you. How much would that be worth to you, folks? Now, here we're talking about the Foreign Exchange Mastery Academy for a small investment of $234.95 and $174.95 a month. Now, that's less than a cup of Starbucks coffee a day to go to school and learn this lifetime skill. Or should you choose to participate in our high frequency binary options academy? That is a startup cost of $234.95 and $175 a month. Now that is a high frequency binary options, very, very powerful system that's so easy. A 5-year-old, right, can learn how to push a button and watch money grow into your account every single day. Now, keep in mind, folks, when you're trading out of your own accounts. So you have complete control and power over your financial future. I Am Mastery Academy is simply giving you the skill sets and the know-how on how to do that. All right. And we also have our digital currency academy. This is where you will be trading with our master traders, learning the skill set of trading for profit in the cryptocurrency market. Not only that, but we're going to show you how to invest in the right cryptocurrencies. Buying Bitcoin, buying Ethereum. We're going to show you where to buy it and how to store it and hold on to it for the long term. Did you know that Bitcoin is, most of our experts in the cryptocurrency world predict that one Bitcoin will be worth in excess of $100,000 within the next 12 to 24 months. Right now, Bitcoin is going at around $10,000 to $11,000 per coin. Back in 2009, when Bitcoin first came on the scene in cryptocurrency, had you invested just $100, In 10 years, you would be a multimillionaire. Don't you wish someone had told you about cryptocurrency then? Well, guess what? We're just getting started because this is now becoming the main platform where people will be buying and selling. People will be transferring money from all over the world. It's happening right now. And you have the ability to learn this lifetime skill through I Am Mastery Academy and our digital currency Mastery Academy for one time cost of $234.95 and $174.95 a month. Or if you are really optimistic like myself and many others, hey, you guys like Andre, I want to have access to all of this. I want to go to school and learn all of this and have access to it so that when I'm ready to trade cryptocurrency, or if I want to trade binary options, or if I want to trade foreign exchange, I want to have access to the entire academy. That's called our Elite Academy package, folks, with 3-in-1 for $324.95 one-time investment and $274.95 a month. You now have access to all three of our academies. There's no one. We are the largest online educational platform in the world with over 160 master traders and educators. I Am Mastery Academy has set the standard. We were recently interviewed by Forbes magazine, where our founder and CEO, Mr. Christopher Terry, stepped to the mic and let everybody know we are here to stay. I Am Mastery Academy is setting records worldwide, ladies and gentlemen. And then we also have a suite of tools of services and what we call artificial intelligence software that you're going to have access to that will help you to pinpoint those trading ideas. Now, what if I were to tell you that if you will become a part of I Am Mastery Academy, you also can qualify, right, for our free tuition program? How would you like to have access to all of these academies, one or all of these academies for free? What if I were to tell you that, hey, listen, Joe, Mary, listen, all you have to do is refer two people, okay? Two people who also want to learn a lifetime skill and trade with you. Two people who want to join our family, right? And as long as they stay active, Joe, Mary, your tuition is waived. I challenge any of you to go to any Ivy League school, any university, any college, city college, community college, and I want you to ask them, hey, if I come and join your program and start to go to school here, right? If I bring two people that also want to go to school here, all right, will you guys waive my tuition? They'll probably laugh you out of their administrative office, right? But here at I Am Mastery Academy, all you need is refer two people. Why are we doing this, right? The reason is simple. I Am Mastery Academy is on a mission to empower, enrich, and educate over 1 million families worldwide by the year 2020-21. Okay? And instead of us paying thousands and hundreds and thousands of dollars in advertising costs and Super Bowl ads and TV commercials, I Am Mastery Academy said we want to pay it forward. We want you to be able to get this information without having to pay for it. And all you need to do is help us to build this family of I Am Mastery Academy by 2 referrals of customers who also join and enroll. Then your tuition is now waived. That is pretty powerful, folks. As I mentioned to you earlier, we have an opportunity for you to participate on what we call the business owner side. Now, I want to say to you this, okay? This is totally optional because really, folks, if you think about it, we are in business to teach you a lifetime skill that to learn this lifetime skill, you can literally trade for profit and never, ever have to ever worry about money over time. Again, this is not a guarantee. Well, this is past performance. There's no guarantee of future results. But I can tell you this with a certainty, right? We are seeing people from all walks of life. Young folks, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 80-year-old people. We've got 80-year-old students Okay, that's learning this lifetime skill in trading for profit. All right, it doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter your background. All you need is desire, right? And to be able to have access to the skills to learn how to do this, right? And then give you a trading plan. We will give you a trading plan. Let me show you what I'm talking about as an example, right? This is just one of our products that we have. This is what we call artificial intelligence. Now, folks, let me tell you, okay? This is a very, very powerful software that you're looking at right now. This software, okay, is very, very powerful because it allows you the opportunity to be able to identify trading opportunities. And when you're in those opportunities, ladies and gentlemen, you now have the ability to identify entry points, points where you get into the market. And when you get into the market, it tells you when to get into the trade, when to get out of the trade. Okay. As you can see, it's got buy and sell signals, buy and sell. And once you're in that trade, it'll let you know, okay, you're in that trade. It'll tell you where to get in the trade, where to get out of the trade. And once you're out of the trade, it'll tell you your exit points so you can have your profit margins hit and you're good to go from there. Very, very powerful, very powerful artificial intelligence. That's just one of our software platforms, just one of them. Okay, we got many others that you could choose from, and it's very, it's incredible what we do. So when you look at that and you understand that, hey, we can help you to identify trading opportunities. We can help you to really maximize your potential in the marketplace. And when you do that, it's incredible. Okay, very, very powerful what we got here. So learning that lifetime skill, learning how to trade for profit without sharing or without basically, selling any products or services. We're not into that. All right. We simply want you to learn this lifetime skill. And as an option, as we mentioned, you can refer to people and get your tuition paid for free. Tuition free opportunity where you can learn this lifetime skill from our master traders. But we don't stop there, folks. All right, I want to show you something else that is very powerful and what's potentially available to you. Again, this is no guarantee. All right, it's just simply a hypothetical situation as to what you can possibly do by learning this lifetime skill. What are we talking about here? Okay, so we're talking about multiplying your money. Okay, if you were to start, let's just say you were to start, right, with a minimum of $500 into your account. Okay, and by trading for profit every day, and you're growing your money over time. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. One of the great philosophers and the great scientists, right, and great minds and thinkers of our time, Mr. Albert Einstein, said that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world, right? And so you're going to either pay compound interest or you're going to learn how to earn compound interest. It's up to you, all right? Because this is exactly what banks do every single day, right? You borrow money from the bank. Let's say you had a credit card and you had a $500 credit limit and you spent that $500 and they're charging you, let's just say, 30% a year or 20% a year on your money. Well, you know that just simply by making a minimum payment on that credit card, it would take you almost 30 years to pay off that balance if you just paid the minimum. Why? Because you're having interest added to the unpaid balance that's accruing every single month. So instead of doing that, why not have money work for you, right? And you start to multiply your money like the banks do. That's what we do in the foreign exchange market. That's what we do with cryptocurrency. That's what we do with high frequency Forex. We give you access to our artificial intelligence software. We identify potential profitable trading entry areas. We let you know those entry areas, and you at your discretion can take that trade right from the comfort of your home or your computer your smartphone anywhere around the world. And over time, you can watch your money grow, 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 and compound and multiply and multiply and multiply over time. We've got a new project that we're starting and launching with our team, and we call it the Project 300 2021 Plan. To learn more about that, all you simply need to do is go to alertsforcash.com. That's ALERTS number 4 cash.com to learn more about this Project 300 trading strategy that we're doing. And we've got so many other things that's happening. It's so exciting, folks. I tell you, and so what we want you to know is that when you become a part of our company, you have the opportunity, right? Should you choose to, right, to participate in our business building program. This is a optional program, right? And it will let you have the ability to make residual income right from the comfort of your home by simply sharing this with people that you know, love, and care about. The only reason, okay, that I'm a part of this company is because somebody thought enough of me, right, to share the opportunity. That's the only reason why I'm a part of it. And that's the only reason why anyone that's a part of this company, over 300,000 people, right, worldwide are a part of I Am Mastery Academy, simply because someone thought enough of them, okay, to share this opportunity. And that's all we're talking about. Simply saying, hey, man, I found out a way that we can multiply our money and we can learn this lifetime together. I want you to become a part of it. And when you become a part of it, ladies and gentlemen, you now have the ability to generate cash flow on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, trading with I Am Mastery Academy, and also referring other people. I won't get into the details of that because we've been on for a good while, but to learn more about how you can participate as a business owner and an investor, simply go to www.alertsforcash.com. Alerts, the number 4, cash.com. It's on the bottom of the screen there. And folks, I want to thank you for your time tonight. I hope this information has been informative. I hope this information will help you in being able to be further equipped, right, to handle your own financial situation, to stimulate your own personal economy and grow your own personal economy, because this is where the great wealth transfer is taking place. It's happening right now. It's happening all over the world, and you too can become a part of our family here at I Am Mastery Academy. And on behalf of I Am Mastery Academy, I want to thank you for your time, and God bless everyone tonight. Please get back with the person that invited you to this talk, this wealth conversation. And if you weren't invited by anyone in particular, just go to alertsforcash.com to get more information. I highly, highly encourage you to take action now. Now is the time to take action to be prepared for tomorrow. God bless everybody, and we hope you all have a great night. Take care now.